έρθει ο φίλος μας ο Μελιδής. Όχι. Περίμενε. Είμαι
live, πού είσαι. Τι έγινε. Δεν το βάλα.
Ξεκάσαμε να συνδέσουμε την περιοχή.
Καλά του.
Τώρα ο Μελιγδής δεν στέλνει.
Ήταν live, δεν ξέρω πώς. Ούτε εμείς τον βλέπουμε. Μας ακούει, το φτιάχνει λογικά. Έχω σήμα, λέει. Περίμενε.
Τσέκαρε να δεις ότι και ο δέκτης, ο πόσου και όλα είναι αναμένα, γιατί δεν ήθελα να βάλουμε κανένα σήμα. Κάτι αυτό. Είναι σαν να με το πιάνει.
Σαν το κλειστό.
They said, come to Fenerbahce, we'll have a world championship. But where are the wings? Lovely grass, but where are the wings? still no water. All right, we found the race course and we're going to bring you the world title action live Friday and Saturday on our YouTube channel.
You try the new Wi-Fi. Yes, go. Donne prima. Welcome back to our live coverage of the SKODA 2026 Formula Wing World Championship from Istanbul. Alec Wilkinson in the studio with Mirko Babini, the IWSA president. And we're going to take you through the afternoon session of racing. So 3 races to come for the men's golf fleet, 3 for the women's fleet. And it's been interesting. We've had the first session saw some new names work their way up through the fleet, and we're not quite sure what to expect results-wise this afternoon, because we have gusty, shifty conditions, and well, one thing is for sure: the top names are still at the top of the leaderboard.
Yes, Alec, the top name is still on the top, but we saw a couple of UFD, a couple of bad result, a couple of crashing during the tacking and the jibing. So for sure the wind doesn't help. The wind is switching quite a lot, and sometimes they are easy to crash. So we are really close to the start of race 19 of the woman on the afternoon session. Let's see, because we have a couple of battle on due course.
So I can tell you race 19 of the women's is now underway. We're just having a bit of trouble getting some live pictures from the start line. There we are. So the women coming to more or less towards us from left to right of the screen. And well, Vina Pico is the woman to catch. She's top of the leaderboard at the moment. Maddalena Spanu second. The two of them have pretty much confirmed themselves as the automatic qualifiers to tomorrow's grand final. But what about those chasing? Emilia Costi, Jana Lee putting in some huge battles, and sort of in the middle of the fleet, because remember, it's only the top 9 that go through to the medal series. There's a really interesting battle going on for that 9th place, which currently is being held by Meizhuan Zhao of China. Just behind her, Italy's Lara Cristina Tallarico. So we cross for the first time on this first upwind leg. If you weren't with us this morning, I can tell you it's an upwind downwind course, 2 laps, and then a reach to the finish.
Yeah, exactly. LG course. We can see the upwind, first leg, second all the way downwind, go to the gate. You can choose one side or the other, another upwind, another downwind, then the right gate, straight reaching to the finish line. This is the LG2 two, because for the 2-lap, an easy course, super compact, we can call it almost stadium race course, because we are inside of the bay and we can have people on the right, on the left, and on the bottom to watch the regatta, and also from our terrace.
Yes,
Yeah.
we can. It's you barely need binoculars. Okay, so what you saw was the top mark, which we're now heading towards with the Fenerbahce Sports Club in the background. They are our hosts for these World Championships.
Yeah, Maddalena just tacking now on port, and we can see the two red wing, which for sure the first one she's the leader on the yellow bib, Vaina Pico.
Yep.
Followed by
oh no, we haven't. It's Vaina.
I know Vaina is in second, so
I think
is
that was Jette of Germany.
Yep.
Jette.
Great.
And well, I was chatting to Jette in the break, and she was bemoaning how difficult it was to sail in these conditions, because you get some speed up and then you hit a hole, and that's all part of the challenge, isn't it? And we could probably see a little bit better from this drone shot just how the wind is affecting the surface of the water there.
Yeah, like you said, during the discussion that we had with Jette, she was a little bit not upset, but frustrated because it seems to go better to go to the right, and then you got an header, and then you tack, and then another header, and then it was never the right choice on what she did on the morning session. So look at her now, just straight, side to side, shoulder to shoulder with Vaina. Probably she will build some confidence for some good result on the afternoon session.
Down to the bottom gate for the first time. So the halfway stage of the race. At this point, in the next lap, they will turn right as we're looking at it and head towards the finish line. But for now, Vaina Pico has taken the lead, and Maddalena Spanu is right behind her in second.
It was Jette. Vaina, she went to the right, Jette to the left, and then Maddalena followed Jette. Yeah. And
so we have Vaina there.
Vaina and Maddalena.
Yeah.
So Jette, she was the other side. One of the two.
Okay. So likely to be our leading pair at the moment. Leading on the
Jette
overall and leading in this race. Jette choosing to break away and make her own way up this course.
Yes, it's going to be interesting, because she was just saying that try to spot one of the side of the course.
Well, it's going to be interesting as they come in for the cross, isn't it? Because until that point, we won't know who has made the right decision and who has just got ahead.
Yeah, exactly. All stay really close to the enter of the marina. If you don't have a good gust, then over there might be less wind, so you have really to pump, but seems not to be so bad positioned now. She got some space to windward. If she keep the speed, she might be close to the top mark.
But when these conditions happen and the course is as it is, and the breeze offers us these shifts and these holes, that's when the chasers in the leaderboard can sniff an opportunity, and we've seen that in the results today. Spanu taking 2 wins, Pico taking 1, but plenty of other names also in that top 3. Mejan Zhao has got a second place, Costi 2 seconds and a third, and Yana Lee, our youth world champion from last year, also in there. So here we go, top mark now for the second time, and Jette of Germany, Jette Koper of Germany has the lead just ahead of Vaina Pico, and it's Emilia Costi in third for Greece. But Vaina Pico so fast on the downwind. We'll see if the German can hold on to that slender lead.
Yeah, and we saw Kylie and now Maddalena.
So Spanu losing a lot of ground on that upwind.
Yes, exactly. Look how they have to pump for the rounding mark. Now it's going to be interesting on the last downwind legs how Vina, a lot of separation between those two. Usually on the last leg you try to stay as close as possible to avoid to give an extra gust to your opponent.
Jette Koper on the left-hand side, right in front of us, I should say.
Yeah.
Vina Pico on the left-hand side.
Yeah, and Emilia on to leeward, probably she got a really good gust now, having a better angle to the gate, just one jibe away.
A great move from the Greek. She's put herself in a fantastic position.
Yes.
As she jibes towards that gate, and now it's a straight line to the finish for Emilia Costi, who's come so close all day, and this time, barring disaster, she's going to finally get a victory. Behind her, Jette Koper of Germany is in a good place for second. I'm wondering actually for third.
Wow.
It's looking pretty close. So well done, Emilia Costi.
Exactly.
She wins this race. Then comes Jette Koper and Vina Pico just in on the inside for third place.
And fourth, Kylie.
Kylie Belov of France.
Yes, exactly.
Fourth.
Maddalena sixth. Yeah. Yana Lee, and then all the rest.
Yeah, just crossing the line, and Izet Segura on the left there for Spain.
So what a great, this one I must say, it was a little bit more battle compared to the previous one. Probably they understand they have to push more. They change gear for the afternoon session. And it seems also the wind looks a little bit better, looking on the water.
But so much can change so quickly.
Yeah.
Pico in those first few races where which she didn't win, that first race of the day, I think she said she crashed slightly. She had a bit of a problem and hit a wind hole, and then in the second race had to avoid a fallen rider in front of her, and that obviously cost her a top 3 place. So it's nervous, tense stuff out there on the course. We're not far away now from the start of the men's gold race. It is race number 10 in the final series.
Yes, exactly.
Results in the earlier session for those who weren't able to be with us. Ratotti won the first race, Michele Capitani second, Stepan Beneš of the Czech Republic third. The final 8 was Kamil Manowiecki of Poland, Nico Spanu second, Francesco Capuzza, our overall leader, in third, and then F9 was won by Matis Gio. Jeremiah McDonald second, and Ratotti was third. So it's interesting, we've got a lot of names there. A lot of different names there in the top 3, showing you just how awkward these conditions are on the water.
And now we are just a few minutes away from this important final race, because beside the leader, Francesco Capuzzo, with 31 points, but is really front forward by 20 points, but on the second, on third and fourth, they are only 3 points away. So there is a full open battle to get this spot into the grand final directly for tomorrow between Ale Tomasi, Kamil Manowiecki, and former champion Matis Gio. It's going to be really interesting on the next 3 races, starting from this one what is going to happen.
As you said, that battle for ninth place, there is 3 points separating 7, 8,
Exactly.
and 9.
Exactly. Double battle.
Absolutely it is.
Double taste.
Yeah, and even ninth to 10th is a gap of just 8 points. So, you know, anything could happen. So the guys in those positions, by the way, New Zealand's Costa Gladiadis in 7th on 105 points. 8th is Gregorio Pugliese, who got a great result earlier on in the day. He's 8th on 107. Sean Herbert of New Zealand in 9th with 108. And Roman Guillot holds 10th on 116.
We can see less than a minute to the start.
Now, we've seen in the previous races today, it looks to me possibly as if the wind's got up slightly from earlier on in the day.
Yeah.
And we saw the starts, the preferred end of the start line to be the committee boat end, and it looks like that's the way they're going to go again. Oh no, much bigger split in the fleet this time. And we're counting down to the start, and there you go. The 10th race of the final series in men's Gold Fleet. And they're really pumping hard to accelerate up the course, trying to get their positions, also trying to stay clear of their opponent's dirty air. A few tacks going in early, trying to win some space.
It's going to be really interesting to see the 20 top rider in the Gold Fleet, almost half and half from the right on the left side of the course. Really interesting to see when they decided to tack, and I guess also that the starboard fleet, they will tack sooner and go to the other side of the course. Watching the previous race from the girl, it was pay off the right side mainly, but obviously depends on the moment of the big gust, which we can see from the drone shot is covering all the left side of the screen, which is the right side of the course. It's gonna be really interesting. They should tack everyone. This is, I guess, Nicolo Spano.
It is.
And then Bastien Escoffier behind.
Thomas Proust also in the mix there.
Let's see if the Blue Zauli, looking on the body physique, should be
Ratotti.
The French Julien Ratotti leading this rounding mark.
And Owiecki's round in the leading pair. Here is our overall leader, Francesco Capuzzo. Capuzzo deciding to go with a 6.5 wing. He says it's really difficult to choose because he's tempted, he said he was tempted to go with a smaller wing because of the strength of the gusts.
So Julien and Proust. Proust is the yellow and red, right?
Yep.
Look how they pump.
So the two French riders, Thomas Proust and Julien Ratotti, our nominal leaders at the moment. And they've gained a little bit of ground, but
Tomasi is in. Is it Tomasi in front?
yes, it is. Well spotted. Alessandro Tomasi takes the lead.
Which is insane on the downwind, Alec. Sorry to talk over you, but I'm for me it's a surprise every single race how it can be so deep on the downwind, and the tactic and the technique on is pumping all the way downwind. I don't know how we can handle that.
But he loves these conditions in Istanbul. He won the World Cup Series event here last year. He won recently in the World Cup in Cizre. He's got 2 events, World Cup events to his name this season. So he's feeling pretty confident with himself right now. And of course, he's in that 2nd position overall, which means a place in tomorrow's grand final, when, let's face it, anything can happen.
Look how nice it is, the drone shot from this angle. You can see the twist of the wing, on the tip of the wing, almost like a windsurfing sail in his RRD wing. Just pumping on the tip is really impressive. With the response, with the pumping on the foil on the bottom it's not easy to do that, as it seems, but they are not far away, the other. And
it's a great way of studying his technique, this shot. Nice.
Yeah, he's really in a good spot, looking from the drone side. It tuck on the right position, pretty windy. Now we will hit the ley line on the right side and 1 tuck away to rounding the mark.
We seem to have lost Thomas Proust.
Yeah, exactly.
That's Kamil Manowiecki, who's moved up into 2nd place now. He is chasing Tomasi down in the overall leaderboard. There's just 2 points separating them overall. So there's a real battle going on for that 2nd place in the grand final. Ratotti round in 3rd. Here is Thomas Proust, round in 4th.
Exactly, and amazing how we see Ale Tomasi and Camille rounding the mark almost half a second away each other. They will pump all the way down to the bottom gate. I would be curious to know the heartbeat rate. Over 180 most probably. Yeah, I don't see Camille. I think it's the one all the way to the left. But you can see Tomasi, how deep he can be, and he is always try to avoid 1 extra jibe because he's getting an insane angle downwind.
He has, and he's played this downwind leg absolutely perfectly. And Alessandro Tomasi crosses the line, takes the victory.
And in this way, he gets 1 point.
And he gets his point. And Kamil Manowiecki, who's trying to catch him, will have to settle for 2 points and crosses in 2nd ahead of Ratotti.
Jeremiah.
Capuzzo.
Capuzzo, not a good result in this. Probably is playing safe. He has 20 points.
Yeah.
Leading. He doesn't want to take any risk.
So Tomasi's got himself a point advantage, a further point advantage over Manowiecki. So 2 points between them now. In the standings, and we'll wait for confirmation of the results before we work out, because you saw Jeremiah McDonald crossing the line, getting a good result there.
Yeah, I think it was Jeremiah. He's the only Ensis wing within the gold.
Obviously, good result for him. It'll depend where the others finished as well, but we may see him creep up towards that 9th place. So that's 2 of our 6 races completed this afternoon. It's 3 for the men, 3 for the women. The women's second race of the afternoon session will get underway shortly. Three minutes to the start of the women's race. Race number 20. .90 to the start of race 20 for the women, their penultimate race of qualifying. And time is running out for those hovering around that 9th qualifying spot. It's currently being held by Meizhuan Zhao of China on 122 points. She's got breathing space though, because Lara Tallarico of Italy, who is in 10th, is 10 points further back on 132. So Lara Tallarico is going to really have to pull out all the stops to have any hope of catching the Chinese rider and getting automatic qualification into the medal series. At the other end, Vina Pico is seems to be back on form. She won the last race. Madalena Spanu right behind her in second place, 7 points separating those two, and then it's a long 21 points back to third. So we've already got our automatic finalists for tomorrow in Pico and Spanu, but the rest is still all up for grabs. Ten seconds to the start of race 20, and the women once again opting to start mostly at the committee boat end. I think they may, yeah, a few coming in from this pin end.
They try to squeeze into the center. Let's see if nothing happened. Okay, was quite close. A couple of crossing starboard port, really close, but they were really pushing to go straight forward to the right side, heading to the Fenerbahce center, sailing center, for a first tack. Who is leading with the white wing on the left? Now we have the sun giving some reflection.
It's a beautiful view, but it doesn't help us.
Yeah, no, unfortunately no, but Yana Lee for sure, she's with the Zauli blue sail on the center of the screen. The red one, Vina, still.
So that's Emilia Costi in the middle with the white sail.
Yeah. Exactly, with the pink helmet.
Yeah, just up the course from Vina Pico with the red wing. And Jana Lee also in the mix there. A young
perfect view for Emilia. Lara, she's probably behind on this group. Not a nice start and didn't pay off to go all the way straight to the right side on that corner. When they tack to starboard, they don't absolutely have a good angle to have a good VMG, let's call it. Vaina, she tack into the shift, into the gust. Behind they had a completely different angle, so it make a lot of sense to come in this direction because the mark should be really close for rounding.
So our leader rounds the top mark. Emilia Costi follows her in second. And here's Maddalena Spanu coming in third. We hadn't mentioned her on that upwind. She's come straight through. And then Jana Lee in fourth. So they've rounded almost in the order that they're in on the leaderboard. I'm looking for the Gong PPC wing of Meishuan Zhao. Not sure which she's on.
Pretty close.
Just taking some power out, just putting the brakes on there.
I hope the camera is zooming in because it seems to be pretty close to the mark. And they can zoom out or stay a little bit far away from the mark.
You did ask him for a closer shot.
No, I was asking for a good shot, but not that close. But at least they are following instruction. It's way better than before, I must say.
Yes.
Because we asked her to see some faces.
Not literally.
Yeah.
All right, so at the bottom gate for the first time.
Vaina.
And we've seen there's no change to the leading pair.
Vaina and Emilia.
Yeah. Oh, but
and Jana Lee.
Yeah, so Jana Lee's moved up into third. Where is Maddalena Spanu?
No, this is not Maddalena. Maddalena went to the right side.
Ah, she's gone right. Okay. So first, second and fourth have gone up this left side. And third place Spanu has disappeared off to the right-hand side of the course.
Yeah, important to see where they're gonna have attack. Like we saying since this morning, the left side, sometimes the wind stop at certain point. So it's really risky to go too much in the left. Big gas now on the center of the course. That things will not definitely help Maddalena Spano, which is all the way to the right side of the course. It will be a big gain for Vaina and Emilia.
That's one of the back-enders.
Yep.
And here come our leaders. The top mark, second time. And it's going to be Pico still out in front. But she's built a lead now, hasn't she? I think that's Spanu on the right of screen. And it's, well, unlikely that we're going to see Pico caught. Emilia Costi holds second. Here comes Spanu, pumping heavily to accelerate round that mark into third. Jana Lee of China ahead of Jette Koper of Germany.
She gained a couple of good spots, Lara, compared to the previous rounding. But she has 12 points from Meishuan Xiao. She didn't score some good result on the previous regatta, so she might end up to finish 10. Let's see if something can happen until the last moment. Vaina, she's looking behind.
Sometimes you can have a moment of distraction in this position. You know, you're looking around for your opponents. You start already thinking about the next race, and you make a mistake, but that generally doesn't happen with Vaina Pico. She is razor sharp focused throughout her races, and now she rounds that bottom mark. Through the gate she goes and heads towards the finish line ahead of Emilia Costi. Be interesting to see who is in third. Has Spanu held that third position? Was Jana Lee managed to get into it? So victory for Pico. Then comes Costi.
I don't see Spanu anymore.
I don't see Spanu.
I see Jana Lee.
Jana Lee takes third. And so basically Emilia Costi and Jana Lee are pretty much third and fourth in the leaderboard.
Jette
Koper of Germany. And here she is.
Maddalena.
So Spanu crossing well back.
Lara in front of Spanu.
So something must have happened on that downwind for Spanu.
Yeah. And 5th and 6th.
With a place in the final confirmed, that won't worry Spanu too much. And so another victory for Pico, her second of the day. Costi once again taking second, just making sure she holds on to that third place overall. Jana Lee also in the hunt there in third.
And third. Look, a nice shot. Vertical drone. Looks nice.
That's the shots that the umpires have to rule from, isn't it?
From the digital umpiring drone.
Yeah. Okay, so the women have one more race today, and we are in the penultimate race. So it's final series 11 for men's golf fleet. It's the penultimate race of qualifying for them. Time is running out for those who want to make the top 9.
And I can tell you, Alec, that on the previous gold men fleet, on the 4th place, I confirm, Jeremiah McDonald.
4th.
Yep. And Michele Capitani was 5th. Another time he spot really another good race. So the dark ozone, it was the young Italian Michele Capitani. Soon we will have, okay, 2 minutes to go. Less than 2 minutes to go. We can see, okay, 1 minute, yellow flag. Less than 1 minute to go. Man, final number 11.
So barring disaster, Francesco Capuzzo is top of the leaderboard and pretty much through to the grand final tomorrow. But what a battle for that second and final place in the grand final. Alessandro Tomasi holds the advantage, but it's only a 2-point advantage over Kamil Maniewski, who sits third overall. So there's going to be a big battle. There already was in the previous race. See some match racing between them, maybe. We shall have to see. Mathis Guillot of France, the defending champion, is in fourth. Julien Ratotti fifth. So you know they're in positions that will pretty much guarantee them a place in the quarterfinals.
Start. Let's see if we get some start information. There is no information. Should be clear start.
Stepan Beneš of the Czech Republic, closest to the camera. Tax. And here we have a cross with our overall leader, Francesco Capuzzo, all in the mix there. I think that might be
Thomas Prost. No, or Mathis Guillot. Mathis Guillot
with the red board and the red wing. Jeremiah McDonald coming in from the right-hand side, way back at the moment.
Sean Herbert is performing not good as it should.
Well,
he did 13 and 15 over the last two regatta.
We're used to seeing him sort of up, certainly in the top 10, if not the top 5, and he's down in 9th place. With a bit of breathing space, 6 points breathing space on 10th place Romain Guillot. Here we go, top mark for the first time in this race. Thomas Proust is out in front.
Sean
Herbert, there we go.
Bastien
right on
Escoffet,
cue, comes in. Capuzzo with the gold bib.
Capuzzo, Capitani, and Tomasi, and I don't remember, 15.
It's all right, you did well there. Ernesto De Amicis also round. Haven't seen much from Ernie today.
No.
Seems to be struggling with the difficult conditions.
Yeah, also Costa, I don't see him the last couple of regatta. The last regatta was 11, which also is someone that is always between 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6 is.
Our leaders flying down at high speed towards the bottom gate. Francesco Capuzzo.
The two gong riders, Capuzzo and Bastien, jibe over jibe. Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
Bastien gets the advantage.
He had to wait for his teammate to jibe to avoid any possible problem, I would say.
Never say never in these conditions, but Bastien Escoffet looking out of the running for a place in the medal series.
This is Costa, Julien, Thomas Prost. Now it's going to be really interesting to see. Look at the gust all the way to the right side. Sean just crossed in front of Ale Tomasi. Ale Tomasi now, he finds himself in a good spot. He can do an early tack. He can do an early tack, avoiding to cross Capuzzo. He did it. He listened.
He followed your advice.
Yeah. And let's see if they can get as close as possible to the top mark for the last
Sean
tack
Herbert
over tack. Yeah.
making his way up to the top mark. Looks like a couple of riders were in the water there. Oh, someone's in the middle of the shot there. Someone has crashed into the water.
It's a gong rider.
It is.
So
Is it our leader Capuzzo or is it Bastian Escoffier? I think it's Capuzzo.
probably
It's Francesco
yes,
Capuzzo of Italy.
on the yellow bib. And Michele Capitani, is it him?
It's
No, the
Matis
green.
Gio
Matis Gio.
coming round in the lead now ahead of Tomasi. So we've had a real shuffle at the front of the pack. Sean Herbert
and
round.
Sean Herbert. Thomas. Costa. And
finally,
Nico,
Capuzzo
Julien,
recovers,
Ernesto,
comes round.
Capuzzo, Camille.
Oh yes, good point.
Yeah.
Kamil Manowiecki well back
Yeah.
and
And
quite,
Jeremiah.
quite far behind Tomasi.
But look at the gas now, how they can go all the way straight on port downwind, straight to downwind as much as they can. Now the rule is try to keep as long as possible the right angle of the gust. Sean is always quite really a good catch on this angle and this wind coming from behind. And he went to the right side to have an early jibe.
But now we're with the leaders as they come down to the bottom gate and towards the finish line. It is Matis Gio of France, currently sitting fourth overall. And this race is going to be his ahead of Bastien Escoffier of France
And Ale
and
Tomasi.
Alessandro Tomasi with the blue bib. This is a crucial race for him because
Yes.
his nearest challenger is Kamil Manowiecki, who is well behind, and this result may well cost the pole place in the final.
For one race to go.
There is.
Look how all close they are. This regatta was quite insane. Everyone was just a 5 meter away from the other. Francesco Capuzzo, the leader, he crashed during the second upwind.
Yep.
We see Koska, number 42, Costa Gladiadis from New Zealand, the young kids try to spending more time in Europe.
And Capuzzo was telling me that their coach, Mattia Camboni, the ex-Olympic windsurfer, well, you can see right at the bottom of the screen, that's the Italian coach boat. And in fact, there's Capuzzo joining that boat. They'll be able to sit on there, have a rest. But he's also carrying different sized wings for them. And we're seeing, an increase in coaches coming here representing the countries. And it's interesting to see how much more, let's say, professional the circuit becomes year after year after year.
Yeah, because we can say that wind foiling is a quite straight-in sailing discipline, where we can see more than 50% are really young. And they learn how to go fast. They are brave, they're not ever afraid, no fear, they go fast. But what is missing mainly is the tactics and how to play within the regatta. So this is why when you start to get into a real regatta, to perform with consistency and so on, then the role of the coach is really important. And this is why all the, let's say, the good M&A, the big M&A, good country like France or USA, they have a coach, and then Italy, obviously, and few other. They try to get the best coach as they can, because they know that they can really transfer in a quick way really good skill, good knowledge in terms of tactics and techniques, and how to race the regatta. And we can easily see French and Italy, which they start using a coach quite soon from their program, from the federation program point of view. Now we can see on the top of the world ranking Italian, France, obviously Poland, and New Zealand as well. They are really seeing the improvement from their athletes. So again, having a good coach, for sure, it will make difference on the next year event.
Okay, we'll take a pause for a few seconds and then we'll be back with the women's race 21, their last qualifying race of this competition. And then it's the business end, the medal series that begins tomorrow. A minute to go to the start of the women's last qualification race of these 2026 Formula Wing World Championships in Istanbul. Vaina Pico and Maddalena Spanu already qualified to the grand final, but it's the top 9 that go through, and holding that 9th spot is Meizhuan Zhao of China. She's got an 8-point advantage over Lara Talarico in 10th place. So there'll be an interesting battle between those two going on. I know Lara always pushes hard. Izet Segura currently sitting 8th. Seems relatively safe with more than 20 points advantage over 9th place. So here we go, the start of the women's race. And we have some early starters. 4 UFDs, and
so Yana Lee.
One of them was definitely Yana Lee. So 1 UFD confirmed as Yana Lee. Yana Lee, who's already qualified for the medal series. She's sitting 4th overall, and I'm just checking her points overall. She's got enough of a lead for that not to make any difference to her medal series qualification. So lucky for her, but it does also take the pressure off Emilia Costi, who's 3rd. The Greek's done well today. She's got a 1 win and 3 second places. She's basically had podium finishes all day. And right up there, out in front at the moment, is Maddalena Spanu of Italy.
Exactly, we can see on the center of the screen Vaina and Maddalena, Emilia, and the black ozone, is it Clara, which we lose a little bit on the last race. She scored 8. Yes, she's her. The girl from Czech Republic on the black ozone. It's going to be interesting now with the wind heading up all the way left. We can see the gas puffing from the left side. You can see the angle, how it's getting better and better from the perspective of Maddalena. Vaina just tacking on the lane line. Let's see when she will cross Maddalena just in front of it, Maddalena behind. So I guess it will be Mark rounding Vaina.
She never takes it easy, Viner, does she?
No.
She's guaranteed a final place. She's still out in the lead, ahead of Maddalena Spanu in second. We can ignore the third placed Jana Lee. She's UFD. This is Jette Koper of Germany now coming round.
Yeah, and Emilia behind. And Lara mid-pack. She doesn't start well, but she's progressive, getting better during the regatta. And sometimes she starts well, and like we saw the first race of this morning, she was on the top 3, and then she made a really couple of big mistakes, and she went back to, I don't remember, 9.
Yeah. Well, she fell at that last gate, and I caught up with her during the break, and she said she was distracted, put off by a rider in the water, yeah, well, we saw how upset she was. And she said, "Oh, how do you know I was angry?" I said, "We could see it on camera. You did it right in front of the camera boat."
Yeah, exactly.
You were, oh no, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, you are eating the wing, and then remember that also driver on MotoGP, when they hit their bike, it's not a good thing to do. Don't do it.
Well, Spanu has taken the lead from Vaina Pico on that downwind.
Probably those two good girl, powerful girl, they already thinking about tomorrow, the battle between those two themselves, and winning the last race of the day can give you the, say, a good charge, a psychological thing that I bet you, I beat you, and then let's see tomorrow. I will do it again.
I think, to be honest, the battle between those two will depend very much on the weather and the conditions.
Yeah.
If we see the same really heavy conditions that we saw yesterday with those strong winds, we had gusts of almost 25 knots yesterday, then I think Spanu's in with a great chance to defend her world title.
Yeah, you said right. I think yesterday she won 4 or 5 over 6, something like that. When the wind goes 25 plus, she's definitely stronger. But on this average condition, I didn't check the weather for tomorrow, just because I don't want. Sometimes they're changing, so that is not worth to look on the weather too early.
Jette Koop of Germany, heading up to that top mark for the second time. Jette's had a good day despite her frustrations at the wind conditions. She's finished.
Interesting now.
Yeah. So
is a mark rounding, and Vaina start to come from to leeward, pumping and blocking Spanu.
So 2 lead changes between those two. Spanu took the lead on the downwind. Pico is back in front, having taken the lead on the upwind, and now they're heading towards that bottom gate and the finish line. Who's going to come out on top? You're right, they are fighting for that psychological advantage ahead of tomorrow's final. Here comes Emilia Costi in 3rd place.
And yet, not far.
Jette Koop of Germany.
And then the Czech behind. Oops.
So here we are. So we can ignore that other red wing, and it is cat and mouse between Spanu and Pico. The pair on the right-hand side of these 3. And Pico still has a bit of an advantage going into that bottom gate, but still time for Spanu to close the gap.
Yeah, Spanu, she put herself in the angle to give some turbulence to the wing of Pico. Let's see this last jibe.
Pico's
Two different type of jibe. Have a look.
Pico slows, Spanu comes up onto her shoulder, both accelerate away. Pico pumps with the legs as they head towards that finish line just meters ahead of them, and the French girl gets it. The 16-year-old from Guadeloupe takes the victory. Spanu is second, and I suspect that that is a precursor to tomorrow's grand final.
Exactly. It was a really great final and great show from both of them. Thank you.
Yeah, let's hope they do it again tomorrow. So this all remains to be confirmed, but the grand finalists tomorrow will be Pico and Spanu. Into the semi-final will be Emilia Costi, Jana Lee, and probably Klara Chalubnikova of the Czech Republic.
Jette
Cup
Klara.
of Germany.
This is Klara.
Yeah.
And probably Kylie, Izet.
So Izet Segura will make it into the medal series with this finish. And then I'm going to stop predicting who those top 9 are until it is 100% confirmed. But yeah, a thrilling battle between Spanu and Pico, and it kind of encapsulates really the whole of this World Championship between those two. It has been cat and mouse all the way.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be really interesting starting from the golden ticket, because we saw the battle for the 9th place. So from the 10, Lara, Duxi Xiao, Anais Desjardins, Blanca Jezewlowska, and a lot of few, and Charlotte Barussi, they can't really get the golden ticket. So there is a few of them that they can run the golden ticket race tomorrow morning as a first race of the final day to get this 10th spot.
If you're new to this format, sure, the top 9 are automatic qualifiers, but there is one final place still up for grabs, and that is where you can grab it with the golden ticket, and that is open to everyone.
Yeah, from the 10th to the last.
10th to last. Now, it won't be long before the men have their final qualifying race. We'll just pause and we'll be back very shortly. minutes then to the final qualifying race for men's Gold Fleet. So time to just look through some of these permutations, because whilst one finalist has been decided in Francesco Capuzzo, I mean, theoretically he could still be caught, but he has a 7-point advantage over second place. Now, second is Alessandro Tomasi. He's on 55. 4 points, just 4 points behind him on 59 is Kamil Manowiecki in third. And the reason that's crucial is because if Manowiecki can move into second, then that will get him automatically into the grand final. Matis Gio is also in the hunt on 62 points and sits fourth. We've got Julian Ratotti fifth, Thomas Proust sixth, Gregorio Pugliese seventh, Costa Gladiadis of New Zealand eighth. His compatriot Sean Herbert is holding that last qualifying spot in ninth place. Then it's 10 whole points back to Roman Gio in 10th. So the top 9 are, as I've called them, and there's still room for people to move up into ninth place, and there's still very much a fight going on for that second place overall between Manowiecki and Tomasi. Okay, 15 seconds to go. Once again, the fleet is split, the majority going from the committee boat end.
We have 6 on port, 7 on port.
We had a UFD
8
earlier, and it's going to be close, a close call. We'll wait to get the all clear, and we'll bring that to you as soon as we get it.
We don't know if it's all clear.
So confirmed as a clear start. So it was not quite as close as it looked on screen. So I think we're seeing Sean Herbert of New Zealand in the middle there. He's blasted off the start line and is in a good position with the leaders. The guy who's sitting 9th overall. Ratotti in the mix.
Who is all the way to the left? The white one on the left. Is it blue? No. Oof. That is Camille, I guess.
So Manowiecki taking a really aggressive line upwind, Herbert avoiding.
It's a quite of a mix now, because due to these few different gusts from different angle, we got some mixed angle line, so we will need to wait for the mark rounding.
Out of nowhere comes Francesco Capuzzo, and he's going to be at the top mark first. Round he goes in the lead.
And Sean Herbert second, and Camille third.
Camille really struggling to get round, and he's pipped into 4th place.
Costa, Ernesto.
Have we seen Tomasi?
No. Probably I missed it.
Here he is. There's Tomasi. So he's way behind Manowiecki, and that battle is still alive.
We don't see... Okay. Capuzzo is all the way with the blue wing, with him on all the way to the other side.
Okay, top of screen.
Top
Herbert,
of the screen,
so
Sean and... I don't know if it's Camille, no.
First and second split. We'll need a closer look.
Thomas Prost for sure on the red value wing. Capuzzo got really a good line of wind on the left side of the course. He gained, he went deeper than the rest, and now he's rounding and keep the right side of the course. Obviously, it pay off so much for him that I want to keep it.
So good strategy from Capuzzo, who holds his lead. Second and third went the other way and have gone up that left side.
Yeah, Costa, and I think it's not Julien, this blue. Probably is, I don't know, I see a different helmet.
That's our leader.
Capuzzo, definitely him, on the pink helmet and the yellow bib of the leader of the Gold Fleet. Then the white PPC on the right. I'm looking to see who is on this blue Zauli wing, going upwind with Thomas Prost almost close to the tack. Should be tack now, otherwise it's gonna be too late. Yeah, thank you. Is it
really spot
is
the
it
gusts?
Julien Ratotti, right? 20 Julien Ratotti, yes. The French rider Julien Ratotti, which is performing sometime well, sometime up and down, but is sitting 5th place now on the overall ranking.
Not had a bad day. He got a first and a third in the early session, a third earlier on in this second session. So he's doing all right today.
Okay, Sean, it should tack on the ley line. We still understand who is the second, the first one with the white PPC, probably Costa. Gladiadis from New Zealand.
We're going to get a better shot of
We
it
will know
now.
it. We will know it, in a second. 42, Costa Gladiadis. Yes.
So the New Zealander Costa Gladiadis in second. There goes the other Kiwi, Sean Herbert. Tomasi there. Demichis.
Nico.
Matis Gio coming in now, and there is Kamil Manowiecki, who is watching his chance of a place in an automatic place in the final slipping away. Stepan Beneš of the Czech Republic.
And Julien Ratotti. No, Julien Ratotti. Rafferty. Reed Rafferty.
Rafferty Reed.
Sorry,
He's
Julien.
Yeah, he's struggled today, Rafferty.
He's so happy to be on gold.
He is.
He will play everything tomorrow on the golden ticket.
And knowing Rafferty, he may even make it.
And
so
Ian Capuzzo.
Through the bottom gate comes our overall leader. And what a way to finish. He's led for, well, pretty much all of qualifying. He's led since the first day. And he leads on the last day of qualifying. And he leads himself straight into tomorrow's grand final. He is just one race away from a world title.
And it's the only win today. So it's really important for him at least win the last one of the day. For the same reason of believe in yourself before the last day.
Costa Gladiadis coming in third ahead of Tomasi in fourth. And that will be enough for Alessandro Tomasi of Italy to take up the second place in the grand final. So 2 Italians have now qualified.
Bastien.
And behind them, the semi-finals will be fought out between Kamil Manowiecki, Matis Gio, Julien Ratotti.
We can see a really nice TP52 on the background. sailing on the race course, just outside of the racing course.
Could see a foil
Hopla.
just sticking up out of the water there. And there is Rafferty Reed giving us a wave.
Yeah. It's not the last. Here it is. We can see Italian coach talking with Ernesto, which is not happy at all.
No.
Because he finished in 11th place, so I don't remember when it was that he had to run from the golden ticket to get back to the grand final. So
you're saying it's unusual to see him in 11th
it's
place.
unusual. Yeah. I think it's the first time this year.
Well, he had high hopes of a medal. He won the Youth World Championships earlier this year in Switzerland. Had high hopes of making a senior medal here, but it's going to be a tough ask for him to do that now, all the way from the golden ticket.
And then we can say something really important.
Yeah.
Tomorrow on the golden ticket, on the men, we have from the 10, Romain Guillot, Ernesto De Amicis, Jeremiah McDonald, Bastien Escoffet, Michele Capitani, Nicolo Spanu, Oscar Leclerc. You know how many from them they can win the golden ticket? It's going to be really a big battle for this 10th spot.
Hugely strong fleet.
Yes, exactly. So it was really amazing today. Long day, but at the end was pretty interesting.
Okay, so we've set it up nicely for tomorrow's medal series. We will be on air a little bit later tomorrow, but racing, it's yet to be fixed, but we've generally started between about 1:30 local time. That's about midday Central European time. Our social networks will keep you up to date on our live stream time for the medal series. We'll bring you the golden ticket races first, before we get into the quarter-finals, semi-finals, and then the grand final to crown our world champions. But from Mirko and from me, for now, it's goodbye.